We were in the beginning of the 6th chapter actually. So who is on computer? Everybody on mobile? Well, in that case, I will not want.
Switch to computer, Prabhuji. I'll switch to computer.
Sorry?
Okay. I'll switch to computer, Prabhuji.
I hope it is not interfering your work.
No problem. No, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you. Because otherwise, anyway, individually devotees will have their book to read from. I find it difficult to switch between both. Okay, so we were reading the first 3-4 verses of 6th chapter. We did a recap of Vyasadeva asking the question to Narada Muni as to, because Narada Muni stopped the his previous life history halfway, and then he went on to the philosophy again. So Vyasadeva is remembering that, and he wants to know what exactly Narada Muni did after the sages left. So he is asking. We read the first 3-4 verses. Let's read the translation quickly. Maybe somebody can read the translations 1, 2, 3, and 4. Actually, till 3 we did. We didn't do the 4th one. Let's read the first 3 translations.
I think we did till 5, Prabhuji.
Till 5. Narada Muni, did we start? I don't think we started.
I wrote some these things here and for the 5th this thing like 434, 435 we referred, like the Guru
Yes.
the Prempatena. The Guru has
did,
yeah.
Did we do last week or the week or before that?
Long time back.
Yes. That's why last week we didn't do. We did because we had a long gap. I did a recap of the from the beginning, and we only did the first 3 verses. Let's anyway read it further. So it's good to always recap again. Can we read the first 3 verses translations?
Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Yes, please, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Suta said, O Brahmanas, thus hearing all about Sri Narada's birth and activities, Vyasadeva, the incarnation of God and son of Satyavati, inquired as follows. Second verse. Sri Vyasadeva said, what did you, within brackets Narada, do after the departure of the great sages who had instructed you in scientific transcendental knowledge before the beginning of your present birth? Third one. O son of Brahma, how did you pass your life after initiation, and how did you attain this body, having quit your old one in due course?
So these 3 shlokas he is asking about what did you do, all that, what did you do after the sages left, and how did you pass your life, and how did you attain this body, this transcendental body? These questions he is asking. Now we are coming to the 4th verse. We have to read this verse and then the word meaning also. Who wants to recite the verse? One, 6, 4.
Shall I read, Prabhu?
Please, man.
Prakalpa Vishayam Etam Smritim Te Muni Sattama Nahesha Vyavadhat Kala Isha Sarva Nirakritihi.
We have to do the word-to-word meaning also.
Prak, prayer. Kalpa, the duration of Brahma's day. Vishayam, subject matter. Etam, all these. Smritim, remembrance. Te, your. Munisatama, O great sage. Na, not. He, certainly. Eshaha, all these. Vyavadha, Vyavadhat, made any difference, Kalaha, course of time, Eshaha, all these, Sarva, all, Nirakritihi, annihilation.
Here is Yavatat. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So this Vyavatat is very interestingly done here. If you see, made any difference? Nahi Esha Yavadhat Kala means normally this time is supposed to make a difference in our lives. Means we will lose our memory, we will become old, it will bring changes both physically and mentally, or in all material ways, it is supposed to bring that change. But then Nahi Yesha Yavadhat Kala means time did not bring any difference to you, difference in your life. That is really surprising. It's very important to know. Especially our memory goes down, isn't it? We don't remember everything that we had, that we encountered, experienced in the past, or even the recent ones also we don't remember. As we grow older, we all say, old age, memory, memory goes down, short memory, like that. We tend to say that. So naturally, it is naturally it is supposed to create these impacts, differences. But Nahi Yesha Vyavadat Kala. How come you are so freshly remembering the knowledge also, your past life also, your current life also? How you are remembering all these things? So this is a special prerogative or the special quality. Prapkalpa, that too, it is not like just 10 years ago or 20 years ago or 50 years ago or even 10 lifetimes. So Prapkalpa means before the previous kalpa. You were saying that you were born as the son of Maitreya in the previous kalpa. And now is another kalpa. Brahma himself might have forgotten. You have not forgotten. So that is the beautiful question that is saying. Muni Sattama. Nahi Yesha Vyavadat Kala. Yesha Sarva Nirakritihi. Means Yesha Sarva Nirakritihi means Akriti means form or shape or being, existence. Right? Akriti we say, no? Nirakriti means no form. Now we all have a form. When you are dead, our form will be gone. Right? Or even some object is there, it has a form. But once it loses its capacity, it loses its form, it gets destroyed. Even if you leave it alone, it gets destroyed, isn't it? So, Yesha Sarva Nirakritihi, time, it destroys everything, makes everything as without Akriti. But it has not done Nirakriti for you. So the change of form alone is not the actual problem. It's when if you remember what you have done in the past life, even if you change the form, it is not a loss. You understand? But on the other hand, even if you have the form, if you lose the memory, then you are of no use. Correct or no?
Yeah, yes, Prabhu.
We will have father, son, or mother, son, daughter, whatever. And when they get into old age, they have this thing called nowadays, they have this thing called amnesia. They forget themselves. They forget the children, they forget the family, they forget everything about their life. So, in such a case, the children or whoever, the relatives, they will not find any connection there, isn't it? So, whatever I am doing is not remembering. Well, what's the point? Like that, they will start thinking from a material point of view. They will not see from a soul point of view. Because the expectation is there. I am struggling so hard to serve you and help you. So the expectation is that you should remember them. You should remember, you should be reciprocative of that. That is why people, if they see that the parents are the old people at home, they lose their memory or they lose their capacity, utility and all that, then they shunt them to the old age home and say, okay, I have to pay for it, but let them be in the old age, I cannot tolerate them. Like that, the whole life becomes like that. So this time is so powerful that Yesha Sarva Nirakriti. It makes everything as shapeless, formless, valueless. Akriti means the value. Something is really nice to look at, that is its value. Something is very powerful, influential, that is his or her value. Somebody. So when their power is gone, nobody will care for them, right? If somebody is in the top post in the country or company or whatever, as long as they are in the post, people will respect them. The moment they are out of that post, nobody cares for them, isn't it? Why? Because the real Akriti is that their post, their value is in that position that they are holding. So time creates all these differences. Within no time, within moments, we will be turned from the most powerful to most useless. And that is the beautiful message that Vyasdev is telling, that it destroys anything and everything, time. But it is not anything in your life. How is it? That must be something special, and everybody is looking forward to that only. Everybody is hankering for that, where they should continue to live healthy, happy life. Even if it goes for 50, 60, 70 years, also I should have the same. How it is possible? It is not possible. No, but still people are desiring for that, and they are doing anything and everything for that, isn't it? After some years, our teeth are all falling off. And so we need to look young. What do? We put some artificial tooth, some dentures or whatever, implantations, etc., to look young, to look youthful. And we can't tolerate gray hair, white hair. So we tend to, in order to look young, we do that. And then after some time, the skin and all starts coming off. I mean to say, getting loose as you grow old age. At that time, there are people who go to dermatologist or whatever and then try to make it look fresh, or they to go and do makeup for hours together, just to come out in the street and show themselves as very young and beautiful, handsome. They put so much this thing, their makeup and all. How much money they are spending on all that stuff, and eventually it all just goes away. And it's such a drama. That is why, if you see, most of these people who are living an artificial, external artificial life, internally, they have to accept the fact. At home, they cannot continue to put on makeup and move about. It's such a painful and austere thing to put on the makeup. How much they have to put on for so long. Even men to always put dye and these things. It's a painful thing. But then outside only they want to look like that. Internally, inside, if you see, they don't like to put those things. So it's all these artificial things are very harmful also. So the sarva nirakriti, everything gets deformed. Deformed is the right word. Deformed. Deformation we say, no? Disfigure, deformation. That happens. When we look at our own, say, picture, photos 20, 30 years ago, we look so young, we become more miserable. Say how nice I was looking 20, 30 years ago. And now I am a gone case. Now, what should I do to get back? Now they are doing all this AI thing to, what is that they call? Some term they use. De-aging, something like that. De-aging or de-timing, or de-time, something. De-aging, they say. Means you grow older, but then the AI, they change your
Indeed.
photo in such a way that it looks very younger. Very young. So this is this. Artificially, we can try to do so much, but then when we are leaving the body, what we can do? Can you bring that soul back into that body and do the de-aging of the body. You can only do the de-aging of the photos, not the actual body. Right? So this very interesting thing is saying, Nahi Yesha Yavadha Kala Yesha Sarva Nirakritihi. It does annihilate everything, but it does not annihilate you, your memory. You might have changed your body, that's okay. But then you are still remembering everything. When you are remembering everything, then it means you have not been impacted by the time. See, this is how we just read the word-to-word meaning and we got the meaning of the whole verse. Right? Now we'll see how Prabhupada is translating.